Hi, everyone. My name is Devin Brooks with News 3, and we are here with Justin Shu, the interim executive director of retention initiatives at WIU. Justin, thank you for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we are here to talk about how you all have resources that you're offering students while they are taking classes online for the rest of the school year. And there is specifically a resource page that you all have set up for students. So I guess go ahead and start off by talking about what is Rocky's Resources.
Sure. So Rocky's Resources operates out of our University Advising and Academic Support Center. And typically, Rocky's Resources, while we're on campus, offers a lot of different type of in-person support, tutoring, a lot of workshops really focused on academic success. So right now, Rocky's Resources has just retooled and is focused on providing as much virtual support as possible for students who want to be able to have some additional assistance from the comfort of their own home. So wiu.edu/virtual support is a page that is really focused on not only Rocky's Resources, but a whole bunch of options and things and offices that students can utilize during this time from the comfort of their own home.
Yeah, tell us about what's on that page. So when people go on that website or students go on the website, what are they going to see on that page? What type of options are there for tutoring?
Sure, yeah. So the first portion, we have some really fantastic staff in our University Advising and Academic Support Center who have coordinated almost 24-hour tutoring, really from 6 a.m. to 3 a.m. every day. Students will have the option to come in and get some virtual tutoring support focused around math, science, and just general support. We also have tutoring services focused around writing, political science, history, a whole range of different tutoring services that a student might have utilized when they were on campus. They can still utilize it now. Some are face-to-face, where you can zoom in and chat with someone in real time. Some for like a writing center, you could submit some work, get some feedback on it, and then set up an appointment for to discuss the feedback at any point. So that's kind of the tutoring portion of the site. We also have some options for students to review some success workshops and some tips on how to be successful in a virtual classroom environment. And then everyone throughout the university, especially in student services, who are continuing to offer a lot of different ways to engage right now. That's listed out on the webpage as well, whether that be from our Office of Student Activities or our Student Recreation Center and everywhere in between. You can find different ways to still engage with staff as they're assisting our students to connect and be successful during this kind of weird time where we're all separated.
Yeah, I know it's really crazy right now, but we're adjusting. So, wow, from 6 a.m. to 3 a.m., you have tutors available for different areas.
You got it. We have some really hardworking people who have coordinated to make it happen, and some staff who have volunteered to, work for some of those odder hours. And for right now in life, maybe that helps some students come in, as also some staff to be able to do some things at night and help others, whether taking care of families or supporting doing other things during the day. So it's a little bit of a win-win, and we hope that our students are able to utilize it no matter where they're at throughout the state or the country or wherever they're at.
And talk about in each section, you on the site, you have the times that are listed there for the students and when the tutors are available. And then you also, if they don't want to be face-to-face like we are right now in a video interview, then they don't have to be on video. You have other options, right?
Yeah, correct. Depending on students' comfortability and just what access they might have, they can do a video like this, or they can call in and just be over the phone. We also have support services available just via email, like they would have at any other time. So really, we're trying to make sure that we can accommodate any amount of support necessary, just depending on what access people have and how comfortable they are engaging in kind of that virtual environment.
And using a lot of the virtual technology, it's pretty new for a lot of us in trying to this way of learning things. So what about instructions for accessing Zoom or other video chats? Where do you all have that listed on the site?
Yeah, definitely. Right towards the top of the page, you'll see some instructions on how to access Zoom. You can click on it and it should get a little bigger and really walk everyone through how to join the virtual tutoring. It's as well as if you kind of scroll throughout, some of our other tutoring centers have some different, might engage differently using Google Hangouts and things. So we'll continue to add more directions, more resources. Towards the bottom of the page, you'll see some just additional tips for success, different ways that students can utilize some resources to kind of plan out their day. And there will be some additional links on maybe other companies and virtual tools that are helpful during this time that are either offering resources at a discounted rate or free to students across the country right now. So we're trying to compile everything into one central place so our students can come and see everything that we have to offer them.
And can you touch on what other options there are for students on that page? It's not just if you need tutoring, sorry, we have the phone going off, but even if students want to do need help with their resumes, or the Career Development Center, financial aid, the bookstore, that's all on there too, right?
Yeah, you got it. Really, all the services we've tried to make sure to replicate as much as possible in a virtual environment. So, for example, our our Career Development Center is offering the same level of support that they did when students were on campus. So you can have a Skype interview, mock interview to prepare for an upcoming interview, some resume development sessions. And you mentioned a few others, but just like on campus, our financial aid office is available to answer questions. I mentioned a little before, but our Student Recreation Center is offering virtual classes, virtual ways to engage. The Office of Student Activities has created an entire page on how to stay connected, how to engage with some tips for student organizations, and just ways to continue to be connected to each other at a time where we can't necessarily be face-to-face, maybe in person, but there's lots of ways that we can continue to assist students, have that connection. We know that a part of being here at WIU is those connections you make with each other. So we want to make sure that we can continue that throughout the rest of this semester.
Yeah, I think that's big with the current reality that we're in of there's students that may be at home stressed out that we now have to be online for the rest of the semester, or other things that are going on. I think it's just awesome you're continuing to offer counseling support. And like you said, the recreation center, there's different workouts that people can go on there and watch those things, or even the multicultural center. That's big on campus. That's being offered as well.
Yeah, they're really across campus. Faculty, staff, really everyone has tried to figure out how can we just continue to provide that same level of service in a new way. I'll also point out for students, if you just want a time to zoom in and just talk to somebody, just see some peers, our Leatherneck Success Team is a group of undergraduate students who are offering that twice a week, where you can just come in and just talk with somebody about what's good to watch on TV or Netflix, or just whatever you want, maybe tips on how to be successful in class still. But it's just another opportunity to see somebody and have a conversation face to face, because we know that for a lot of people, as we're practicing social distancing, you might not get that face to face interaction. So we want to provide that virtually as much as possible.
I think one of the last questions, just talk about how important are these resources to students of WIU offering these?
Yeah, I think that these resources are extremely important for a number of reasons. One, as I mentioned, we know that interaction and being able to have some support was something that we have a lot of throughout campus. So during this time where we're all kind of separated and not on campus, we want to make sure to still provide that same level of support to our students. The other part, especially about being successful in a virtual environment in class, is we know that some students maybe weren't anticipating that, aren't really sure how to navigate a virtual environment, weren't aware that maybe they would be. So we want to make sure to help them out as much as possible, provide tips, additional support, resources, whatever we can. Our faculty have been fantastic trying to really recreate the experience, the in-person classroom experience online in a very short amount of time. So we're trying to support that and help everyone as much as possible so everybody can be successful and finish the semester really strong.
All right. Well, tell us one more time the website to access for if students are wanting help, Rocky's resources. Tell us one more time that website.
Yeah, you can find all Rocky's resources and all the different types of virtual support we have at wiu.edu/virtual support.
All right. And we're going to also have that on our website, news3wiu.com. Justin Shute, the WIU Interim Director of Retention Initiatives, thank you for joining me. And stay healthy and be safe as well. And if anyone needs anything, we should have that on our website, or they can reach out to you all.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. We
Thanks
appreciate it.
for taking the time.
Yep.